Your body has been whispering warnings for years. A larger waistline, rising blood pressure, creeping blood sugar, stubborn cholesterol. These signs, called metabolic syndrome, feel like a quiet alarm you cannot fully understand. Today, we will open a hidden door inside you, the world of your microbiome, and explore how tiny gut residents may be the missing link to calming this alarm. Before making any changes, please consult your physician for personal medical advice. Perhaps you have blamed yourself. I am weak. I have no discipline. Yet research suggests your cravings, your hunger, even how you store fat are deeply influenced by gut microbes. Imagine that the voices pushing you towards sugar or late-night snacks are not moral failures, but imbalanced bacteria asking to be fed. Recognizing this changes everything. It offers hope, not blame. Still, always seek your doctor's guidance before adjusting diet or medication. The Microbiome Diet was created by Dr. Raphael Kellman, an integrative physician who noticed a pattern. Many patients with metabolic syndrome also had digestive issues, fatigue, and brain fog. Instead of seeing these as separate problems, he began to see them as reflections of a single hidden ecosystem, the microbiome. His approach combines conventional science with a deep respect for food as medicine. For diagnosis or treatment of your own condition, please consult your personal physician. Imagine that inside your gut lives a vast city, trillions of bacteria, fungi, and other microbes, working like citizens in a bustling metropolis. Some grow food factories that turn fiber into healing compounds. Others, when overgrown, become troublemakers that inflame the streets. Science calls this internal city the microbiome. When its neighborhoods are balanced, your metabolism, immunity, and mood can remain steady. When not, metabolic syndrome can silently grow. Studies show that people with obesity and insulin resistance often have less diverse gut bacteria and more inflammatory species. These microbes influence how many calories you absorb, how your liver handles fats, and how sensitive your cells are to insulin. It is as if your microbiome holds the dimmer switch for your metabolism. Turning that switch toward balance may ease the burden on your heart, vessels, and pancreas. Always discuss test results and options with your physician. Picture your morning. You wake tired despite 8 hours of sleep. You crave sweet coffee and refined bread. Within hours, you are hungry again, irritable, and foggy. In the microbiome story, this could be a city ruled by sugar-loving microbes. They quickly devour refined carbohydrates, leave you nutrient poor, and send urgent signals for more. This cycle can worsen belly fat and blood sugar swings. For safe evaluation of such symptoms, please consult your doctor. The lining of your intestine is like a delicate fence separating the outside world from your bloodstream. Healthy microbes help keep its wooden boards tight and strong, but processed foods, stress, and certain medications can loosen the boards, creating what researchers call increased intestinal permeability. Undigested particles may slip through, awakening the immune system and promoting chronic inflammation, a key driver of metabolic syndrome. Always discuss gut symptoms and tests with your physician. Inflammation is not always a painful flame. In metabolic syndrome, it is more like a low, steady fire in the background, smoldering in your blood vessels, liver, and fat tissue. Imbalanced gut microbes can fan this flame by releasing molecules called endotoxins. Over time, this silent fire stiffens arteries, disrupts insulin, and exhausts your cells. The microbiome diet aims to cool this inner fire by feeding microbes that produce calming, anti-inflammatory compounds. Think of insulin as a key that opens your cell's doors to let glucose inside. With insulin resistance, the locks become rusty. Your pancreas produces more and more keys, but the doors barely open. Inflammation from an unhealthy microbiome can rust those locks faster. The result: high blood sugar, elevated insulin, and expanding waistlines. Supporting your microbiome does not replace medical treatment, but it can be a powerful partner. Always coordinate changes with your physician. The microbiome diet is less a strict menu and more a map to rebuild your inner city. Its goal is to restore microbial diversity, heal the gut lining, and quiet inflammation. It does this through whole, unprocessed foods, fibers that feed good bacteria, and targeted nutrients. For someone with metabolic syndrome, this map may feel like a path out of the maze. However, individual conditions differ, so please review any new plan with your healthcare provider. In the book, the first phase often focuses on a reboot, a short, intensive period to calm inflammation and remove foods that harm your microbiome. Imagine it as closing chaotic streets in the city so they can be repaired. Emphasis is placed on removing added sugars, refined grains, and many processed products while increasing healing foods. Because you may take medications for blood sugar or pressure, you should only attempt such changes with your physician's supervision. Refined sugars, sugary beverages, white flour, deep-fried foods, and many industrial oils act like pollution in your microbial city. They favor bacteria that thrive on rapid fuel and contribute to fat storage and inflammation. Eating them daily is like pouring dirty smoke into your lungs. Only this smoke settles on your gut lining. You do not need to be perfect overnight. But each step away from these foods is a step toward a calmer metabolism. Always tailor changes with medical guidance. Letting go of added sugar can feel like ending a long, unhealthy relationship. At first, you may feel irritable and drained, as sugar-loving microbes protest their hunger. But after days or weeks, new bacteria begin to bloom that thrive on fiber and complex carbs. Cravings often soften. Many people in Kellman's approach report more stable energy and less abdominal bloating. As always, if you have diabetes or take glucose-lowering drugs, make changes only with your doctor's advice. Refined grains, white bread, pastries, many packaged snacks are like paper fuel. They burn fast and leave ash. Whole foods rich in fiber are like slow-burning logs, feeding beneficial microbes gradually. In the microbiome diet, the focus shifts from packaged carbohydrates to vegetables, modest amounts of whole grains, and legumes as tolerated. This slower fuel can support steadier blood sugar and fullness. For specific carbohydrate limits, work closely with your physician or dietitian. You may reach for sugar-free sodas or sweets, hoping they are safer. Yet some research suggests that certain artificial sweeteners can still alter the microbiome in ways that promote glucose intolerance. It is like hiring replacement workers who secretly sabotage the city from within. The microbiome diet generally encourages minimizing these chemicals and discovering natural sweetness in fruits and spices. Your doctor can advise you about safe choices, especially if you manage diabetes. Trans fats and heavily processed vegetable oils place extra strain on your liver, the organ that manages fat and blood sugar. In microbiome terms, they encourage inflammatory signals that worsen insulin resistance and fatty liver. Think of them as sticky sludge poured into clean pipes. Replacing them with natural fats from olive oil, avocados, nuts, and fatty fish can help your microbial city rebuild calmer streets. For cholesterol and medication adjustments, always consult your physician. After the initial reboot, the microbiome diet moves into a rebuilding phase. Now the city begins to attract new beneficial residents by offering them the foods they love: varied fibers, plant colors, and fermented products. Diversity is key. Research links a wider range of gut species to healthier weight and metabolism. Imagine planting many different seeds in a garden rather than just one. For those with digestive diseases, personalize this phase with your healthcare team. Prebiotics are special fibers that your body cannot digest, but your microbes cherish. In foods like asparagus, onions, garlic, leeks, chicory, and certain whole grains, these fibers become a banquet for beneficial bacteria. As they feast, they produce short-chain fatty acids, natural compounds that help reduce inflammation and support insulin sensitivity. If you have irritable bowel or are sensitive to FODMAPs, add these slowly and with professional guidance. Probiotic foods contain live beneficial microbes. Fermented vegetables, unsweetened yogurt with live cultures, kefir, kimchi, and some traditional pickles can introduce friendly strains into your gut. Think of them as helpful citizens moving into an injured city, bringing skills and calm. In the microbiome diet, these foods are used thoughtfully, especially after reducing sugar and processed foods. If you have immune problems or severe illness, discuss probiotics carefully with your physician. Each color in fruits and vegetables represents different plant compounds, like polyphenols and antioxidants, that microbes and human cells use as medicine. Deep greens, purples, reds, and oranges act like a pharmacy without labels. They can reduce oxidative stress and may nurture specific beneficial bacteria. In metabolic syndrome, this rainbow helps counter the grayness of chronic inflammation. Aim to fill half your plate with varied colors, tailored to any medical diet your doctor prescribes. Protein helps repair tissues, maintain muscle, and keep you full. The microbiome diet typically favors clean sources: fish, poultry, eggs, and plant proteins. Excessive intake, especially of processed meats, may stress kidneys and alter gut bacteria in unhealthy ways. For metabolic syndrome, balanced protein supports blood sugar stability and weight management, but must match your kidney and heart health. Always seek your physician's or dietitian's guidance on exact amounts. Omega-3 fats from fish, flax, and walnuts, along with monounsaturated fats from olive oil and avocados, support cell membranes and may lower inflammation. In microbiome terms, they help create a peaceful environment where beneficial microbes and hormones communicate smoothly. In metabolic syndrome, such fats can be allies for triglyceride control and satiety. However, if you have gallbladder disease or lipid disorders, coordinate fat changes with your physician. Water is the river that flows through your microbial city, transporting nutrients, waste, and signals. Mild dehydration can worsen constipation, concentrating toxins in the gut and slowing detoxification. For those with metabolic syndrome, drinking enough water can also support appetite control, kidney health, and circulation. Herbal teas, broth, and plain water are gentle choices. If you have heart or kidney disease that limits fluids, follow your physician's prescribed intake. The final phase of the microbiome diet is about living, not dieting. Here you explore which foods your unique body tolerates while keeping your microbiome strong. Occasional treats may return, but you now recognize their impact. It is like running a stable city with firm laws yet flexible celebrations. For someone managing metabolic syndrome, this phase is about sustainable habits, not perfection. Designing this long-term pattern alongside your physician brings safety and confidence. Imagine a person whose belt notch quietly moves outward year after year. Their doctor warns of high triglycerides, borderline diabetes, and raised blood pressure, classic metabolic syndrome. They try strict diets, lose weight, then gain it back. Only when they learn about their microbiome do they see a new angle. Instead of fighting themselves, they begin to feed their inner city. Over months, not days, their belt slowly returns a notch. Stories like this are encouraging, but your course must be personalized with your physician. Your gut and brain communicate constantly through nerves, hormones, and microbial signals. This is called the gut-brain axis. Imbalanced microbes can contribute to anxiety, low mood, and intense cravings, making lifestyle change harder. On the other hand, a nourished microbiome may support calmer emotions and clearer decisions. It is like repairing the phone lines between City Hall and neighborhoods. If you experience significant mood symptoms, please seek professional mental health and medical support. Hormones like ghrelin and leptin regulate hunger and fullness. Research suggests gut microbes affect how these hormones are released and how sensitive we are to them. In metabolic syndrome, this system is often distorted. You feel hungry even after eating, or never fully satisfied. The microbiome diet aims to reset this by emphasizing whole foods, fibers, and healthy fats. For unexplained weight changes or appetite issues, thorough medical evaluation is essential. At night, your microbiome works a different shift, repairing the gut lining, balancing immune responses, and supporting detoxification. Short or poor sleep can disrupt microbial rhythms, increasing hunger hormones and insulin resistance. It is like forcing city workers to skip rest. Errors and accidents rise. You can support both sleep and metabolism with regular sleep times, dark rooms, and calming routines. If you suspect sleep apnea or serious problems, consult a sleep specialist. Chronic stress keeps your body in fight or flight mode, raising cortisol, blood pressure, and blood sugar. It also alters gut blood flow and can change microbiome composition. Imagine emergency sirens blaring all day in your city. People panic, systems break down. The microbiome diet acknowledges that managing stress through breathing, gentle movement, or mindfulness is as important as food. For severe anxiety, depression, or trauma, please seek professional psychological and medical care. Exercise is like healthy traffic moving through your city, delivering oxygen and clearing waste. Moderate activity improves insulin sensitivity, supports weight management, and may even change the microbiome in beneficial ways. For someone with metabolic syndrome, even walking after meals can help blood sugar control. However, if you have heart disease, joint problems, or other conditions, any new exercise plan should be cleared and customized by your physician. Certain medications, like repeated antibiotics, acid-suppressing drugs, and some painkillers, can influence the microbiome. Sometimes they are absolutely necessary and life-saving. The microbiome diet does not replace them but encourages rebuilding the gut after and between treatments. Never stop or change prescribed medication without speaking to your doctor. Instead, ask how you can support your microbiome safely while continuing necessary therapies. You may wonder if you need expensive stool tests to begin. While microbiome tests can be interesting, the microbiome diet principles can be followed using symptoms, medical labs, and common sense foods. Think of it as renovating a house based on visible cracks and drafts before hiring engineers. For complex cases, your physician may recommend specific tests, but a diverse, whole food plan benefits most people regardless of detailed microbial counts. Consider transforming breakfast from a sugar rush into a microbiome-supporting ritual. Instead of sweet cereal and juice, imagine a bowl of unsweetened yogurt with berries and nuts, or eggs with sautéed vegetables. This change feeds beneficial microbes and steadies blood sugar for hours. It might feel unfamiliar at first, but over time, your taste buds and microbes adapt. If you take morning diabetes medications, coordinate timing and carb amounts with your clinician. A simple guiding question is, where's the fiber in this meal? Adding a handful of leafy greens, a side of beans, or a portion of vegetables gives your microbes steady nourishment. Over days and weeks, this can ease constipation, support weight management, and lower cholesterol. Increase fiber gradually to avoid gas and discomfort, and drink sufficient water. Those with bowel diseases should make changes slowly and under medical supervision. In the microbiome diet lifestyle, gentle movement after meals is a precious practice. A 10-15 minute walk can help your muscles soak up glucose, easing the load on insulin. This also supports healthy circulation to the gut, aiding digestion. Imagine it as sweeping the streets after a festival. Even in tight schedules, pacing your hallway or climbing stairs can help. For safety, especially if you have heart disease, ask your physician which activities are appropriate. Each evening, pause for a gentle gut check-in. Ask, how did my digestion feel today? Was my energy steady or crashing? Did anything I ate trigger bloating or discomfort? This simple reflection trains you to notice patterns between foods, emotions, and your microbiome's reactions. Keep a small journal and share it with your healthcare team. It can guide safer, more personalized adjustments to your microbiome diet journey. Sometimes when people begin microbiome-focused changes, they feel temporarily worse. Headaches, fatigue, or digestive shifts. It can be frightening. Is this harming me? Often, this is the city adjusting to new laws and new residents. However, it is crucial not to dismiss all symptoms as detox. In the next scenes, we will explore how to distinguish normal adjustment from warning signs. Always contact your physician if you feel unwell or unsure. Mild, short-lived symptoms, slight bloating with more fiber, brief fatigue while leaving sugar can be normal adaptation, but severe pain, persistent vomiting, chest discomfort, or dramatic blood sugar changes are red flags. The microbiome diet is meant to heal, not to push you into crisis. Your physician can help interpret symptoms, adjust pace, or check for other illnesses. Remember, the goal is gentle renovation, not demolition of your inner city. Some fear that doctors will dismiss diet changes, but more and more clinicians appreciate the role of the microbiome. Bring your curiosity and this framework to your appointments. Share your goals, your food journal, and how you feel. Ask, how can I safely integrate a microbiome supporting plan with my medications? When medical care and lifestyle work together, your chances of calming metabolic syndrome and protecting your heart greatly increase. No two people share the same microbiome. It is as unique as a fingerprint. That is why what works brilliantly for one person may feel wrong for another. The microbiome diet offers principles, whole foods, fibers, fermented products, but the exact combinations, amounts, and timing must fit your heritage, preferences, medical history, and daily life. Respecting this uniqueness prevents discouragement and helps you craft a plan that can truly last. Metabolic syndrome often runs in families, not just through genes, but through shared meals and habits. The microbiome diet invites you to gently shift family traditions, not erase them. Perhaps you keep your grandmother's stew, but add more vegetables, or replace one sugary drink with herbal tea. Involving loved ones transforms lonely dieting into collective healing. For children or elders with illnesses, always adjust changes carefully with pediatricians or geriatric specialists. Restaurants can feel like obstacle courses for your microbiome. Yet even there, you can choose allies, grilled rather than fried options, extra vegetables, sauces on the side, and avoiding sugary drinks. Imagine scanning the menu for microbiome-friendly keywords: baked, steamed, fresh, salad, vegetables. You do not need perfection, just consistent, wise choices. If you must restrict salt or certain nutrients for heart or kidney disease, confirm safe options with your care team. Supermarket labels reveal how a food will speak to your microbiome. Look beyond calories to added sugars, refined flours, artificial additives, and types of fats. Short ingredient lists with recognizable foods usually support healthier microbes. Long lists full of chemicals often do the opposite. Think of the label as a letter you are sending to your gut city. Will it bring harmony or confusion? Your medical team can teach you to prioritize nutrients related to your diagnosis. Healing your microbiome does not require exotic powders or expensive supplements. Many of the most powerful foods are simple: beans, seasonal vegetables, oats, cabbage, onions, garlic, and frozen berries. Cooking at home, buying in bulk, and preparing soups and stews can lower costs. If finances limit fresh produce, frozen options often retain nutrients. Discuss with your healthcare team and, when possible, a dietitian to design a supportive plan within your budget. The microbiome diet sometimes includes targeted supplements, probiotics, prebiotics, vitamins, or herbs. Some can be helpful, but they are not magic. Without foundational food and lifestyle changes, they are like planting flowers in polluted soil. Before taking any supplement, especially if you are on blood thinners, diabetes drugs, or blood pressure medications, discuss potential interactions and dosing with your physician or pharmacist. Weight is only one measure of healing. The microbiome diet encourages you to track many markers: waist circumference, blood pressure, fasting glucose, triglycerides, energy levels, sleep quality, and even mood. Small improvements across these areas signal that your inner city is stabilizing. Share these numbers and experiences regularly with your physician to adjust medications and strategies safely. Life is not linear. Holidays, stress, or illness may lead you back to old foods and patterns. Instead of labeling this as failure, the microbiome diet views it as data. How did you feel? Did symptoms return? Each setback is a chance to remember why you began. Your microbes are resilient. They can recover when you return to supportive habits. If you experience serious medical flares, consult your physician promptly rather than blaming yourself. Metabolic syndrome can feel like a destiny written in stone. Everyone in my family is like this. The microbiome diet offers a different story. Your inner city is alive, responsive, and influenced daily by your choices. While you cannot change your genes, you can change how they are expressed through lifestyle and microbiome health. With patience, support, and medical guidance, you are not doomed to repeat the same script. If you feel inspired, consider a gentle 7-day experiment designed with your doctor's approval. Remove sugary drinks, Add 1 serving of vegetables to each meal, include a fermented food daily if tolerated, and walk after at least 1 meal. Observe your sleep, energy, and digestion. This is not a full microbiome diet yet, but a respectful handshake with your inner city. At the end, share your experiences with your healthcare provider. Inside, you lives a vast, unseen city that longs to work on your side. Metabolic syndrome is not a personal failure, but a sign that this city needs care. The microbiome diet offers a compassionate, science-informed way to rebuild your gut, calm inflammation, and support your heart and metabolism. Always walk this path in partnership with your physician. If this journey resonated with you, please subscribe to this channel, like this video, and share it with someone who may need hope. And today, choose one small action to nourish your microbiome.